Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to India Hikes. I'm sure you're getting ready and prepared for your big adventure in the mountains. What you may not know that we at India Hikes are also preparing for your trek. Now at India Hikes, we hold safety at the center of everything and do everything that is required to ensure that you have a safe and a successful trek. Now, while I say that, I also want you to know that there may be situations on a trek that come up unexpectedly where your trek leader may have to take a hard call on safety and send either one of you down or turn around the entire team, and this is largely due to safety reasons. Today in this video, I want to talk about 5 reasons why your trek leader may have to take such a hard call and turn you around or your entire team around. The first reason that you can be sent back from your trek is altitude sickness. Now, when you are going to high altitude treks, your body tries to acclimatize to the lower amount of oxygen that is available there. But sometimes some of you may not be able to acclimatize well, and it starts showing in your oxygen readings. Now, when your oxygen readings go below a certain accepted norm, 80 as a thumb rule, we start monitoring you, and if it consistently stays below 80, our trek leader is going to ask you to end your trek and head down. Now, heading further up, gaining altitude when your oxygen readings are low or you're displaying some amount of symptoms which are not going away with treatment is only going to invite further trouble and can lead to emergency evacuations. Now, in the mountains, emergency evacuations are easier said than done. The trails are very tricky, it can be treacherous, and sometimes even 4 people cannot carry a single person back down, putting your life at risk. Now, at India Hikes, we believe that prevention of altitude sickness comes at the foremost, and we will not let things escalate to a situation where it requires emergency action and evacuation. The second reason why you may be asked to go down from a trek is if the time that you are taking to go from camp A to camp B is 30 minutes or more than that of the average trekking time of your team. Now, you may wonder, what is this average trekking time of your team? This is not the time taken by the fast trekkers of your team, but this is actually the time taken by most of the slow trekkers of your team. Now, it's okay if you fall behind by 5-10 minutes, but if you're falling behind even the group of slowest trekkers by more than 30 minutes, it only shows that you're not prepared enough for the trek, and the trek is only going to get more and more difficult for you. Now, the trekking at India Hikes especially is a group activity, and all our resources are dedicated to looking after the entire team as a whole. One-on-one resource allocation is impossible, and if we do that even on a one-case basis, then you are depriving of the entire team of this valuable resource. So the trek is only going to get harder from there, and if you cannot trek in your own capacity, it's best that you turn around and come back for the trek later when you're better prepared for it. You can avoid this by just preparing well enough for a trek, and mind you, in the Himalayas, any Himalayan trek takes about a month of preparation. So don't think of starting your preparation for a trek a week or 2 before the trek, but put in that 1 month of preparation and you will be good to go for most of your treks. Next reason why you can be sent down from your trek is if you are found to be smoking, drinking, or even carrying alcohol. Now, in the mountains, smoking reduces your lung capacity, making you more prone to altitude sickness. If you consume alcohol, your core body temperature comes down, making you more susceptible to HAPE and even hypothermia. Now, both HAPE and hypothermia are life-threatening conditions in the mountains, and we do not want to take care of any such situation is very self-induced. Now, despite all these warnings and rules, if we find anybody who is indulging in smoking or drinking or even carrying alcohol, our trek leaders are not going to show much sympathy and are just going to ask the trekker to go down, and that is going to be the end of their trek. The fourth reason why you may be asked to turn around from your trek is inclement weather. Now, in the Himalayas, you may be hit with incessant rain or heavy snowfall at any time of the year. It's quite unpredictable. Now, when there is incessant rain, your trails become slushy, muddy, almost impossible to tread on. There is a heightened risk of landslides, and these can be life-threatening for you, your support staff, also the pack animals, which can just slip and fall down. Rivers will be swollen, and crossing them is again very risky and almost impossible. Under such conditions, it's best not to even set foot on the trail. Even snow can be a very big hindrance when you want to trek. Now, when the snowfall is heavy, snow can just pile up within hours overnight to being knee deep or even waist deep, and it is impossible to tread yourself on such a trail. Even if you do, the risks are very, very high. Now, under inclement weather, these days especially, the government issues a warning immediately as a precaution, stopping all trekking activities. And even if the government order doesn't reach us, we at India Hikes will ensure that nobody's on the trail, everybody is back in the safety of their base camp as soon as possible, and treks will resume only when the weather improves and the trails are reopened again. The final reason why you can be sent down from our treks is a very, very basic one, and I hope it doesn't have to apply to any of you. Now, on our treks, we don't expect any trekker to display bad behavior. By bad behavior, I mean sexual misconduct, using foul language, disrespecting either your fellow trekkers or our staff or our basic infrastructure at India Hikes, your trekking equipment, or anybody else in that entire vicinity. We expect normal, decent behavior from our trekkers, and if anybody is found indulging in something that is offensive, then we will not be tolerating them on our trek, and we will politely ask you to end your trek and head back. So these were the 5 reasons why you can expect your trek leader to take a safety call and end your trek abruptly and send you back. 3 of these reasons are well within your control, and all you have to do is prepare well for a trek, not indulge in smoking or drinking, and also behave normally and decently on a trek. The other 2 reasons can happen anytime. It is out of our control, it is out of your control. But if something like that comes up, then I would request you to take such a decision in your stride, because you need to understand that India Hikes is always there, the mountains are always there, and if you have left a trek unfinished, you can always come back and trek with India Hikes without paying us for it. Your safety comes first.